Jackets. As we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers, take on the winners of 5 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Yellow Jackets will kick this away to get us going. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. It's a run. Running back's got it. Looks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings. But we expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end. Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Fighting off the defender. Solid game, moves the ball to the 33.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Breaking free at the 35. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. As the first down is still going. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
This is why this offense is one of the more dangerous offenses in the country. The quarterback and his legs. It's one thing to try to stop him throwing the football, but you better keep eyes on him because you can see not only can he get out into the open, he has got serious speed to take it to the house.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. They're going to the air on the first play. Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. He's brought down out at the 46.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Takes the handoff again. brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. The intensity, Kirk, already evident this kind of rivalry game. Look, you played one of the biggest rivalries there is in Ohio State and Michigan. What was different about that?
I think the emotions are flying around early. I think the team that's able to get down and just kind of settle in and play football is a team that jumps out to an early advantage. I always talk to Nick Saban about it. He's been in so many big rivalries as a coach. And he says, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Get them more fired up when we play against an
deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver. Second down after that previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
The defense, I think, sensing some urgency in this red zone. First down play, good job of pressuring the quarterback, pushing him back and putting him in a tough spot now on second down.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming third down call.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. Fourth and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
So here's the first play of the drive, backed up with their own 7. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They mix it up with a run. Got the first down and still motoring. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to pass. It's Knight. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. And one final play before the end of the quarter. They'll toss it to the right side. It's a strong play by the defense as time expires in the first period. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Using his legs on the strip. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense scoops it up. Here he goes.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Clemson offense heads back out on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounce back from that right away. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. First down and more. He's still running. Breaking free at the 35. Huge play. Moves the ball down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
On the move now. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
They're set now to try the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here? Or will the defense come up with a stop? They're going to run it here. Runs through the defender.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Dickens. Both earlier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a first down.
Delivers quickly to the left side. He makes the grab. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Well, this was a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. That completion makes it second and medium. Using his legs, it's Dickens. Has the first down and more. The defense has got it. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
I love love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. He's brought down just short of the mark for him that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make... Hey, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Knight. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
Boy, this running back is fun to watch, isn't he, Chris? After that run, he's now over the century mark on the day. What an afternoon he's enjoying.
And the Tigers looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Touchdown, Clemson. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Allen. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Boom. Quick completion to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. Important second down play coming up. Oh, and he dropped it. Do not see that very often from this guy. It's going to bring up third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Moves the ball to 25, good enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets will crank up the tempo. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. Now, that's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's looking deep again. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to the left. Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone.
Here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He's back to throw again on second down. Moves out of the pocket. On the run here, lets it go. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on third down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
Fourth and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass caught. Can he get in? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
What a job by this offense here near the end of the half. Leaning on the run game to cut into this lead and make this a one-possession game. We're talking about seizing some momentum.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Back to pass. It's Knight. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Throwing again on second and 10. bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this away to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. That is broken up and incomplete.
Well, the quarterback did all he could here to try to make this play happen, but a sloppy route by the receiver allows the defense to easily step in front and knock that ball away.
Here's the second down play. They'll run it from the gun. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance. If that ball were thrown just a little bit higher, they could have gotten away with a completion. But great play by the defender getting a hand on it.
Yaro caught to the right. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry up. And he'll drop back here on third down. It's an out route. The catch made. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Looking for a gap, it's Smothers. He gets loose, muscles past the defender. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Diving grab. What a play by that receiver. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Dropping back, it's Knight. Nice grab, it's Smothers. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. It's a toss play to the right. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Raymond. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Caught behind the line. It's Smothers. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously, you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
Offense choosing to go for it here on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. This air attack is still unstoppable. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the 2nd half.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Off target and incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And this pass is on target. Caught. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
On 1st down, it's play action. Quick throw to his receiver, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. It's a shotgun run call.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now, a 4th down.
The offense trailing here in the 2nd half. This is a crucial 4th down try. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Knight. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. Loses the football. The scramble is on. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Looking right. This one caught. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense is still clicking. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle.
42, Georgia Tech, 14.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the wideout. What a catch! He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Now somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense shoots itself in the foot. It's 1st and 15.
Get set, get set.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the quarterback dropping back. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He's in the clear. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. Not too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they...
Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. A long-distance defensive touchdown. Wow.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score. Clemson 49, Georgia Tech 14.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes in lead to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Falls incomplete. A lot of heat on that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
Well, this defensive coordinator has been all over it, mixing up the looks, doing a good job of getting pressure on this quarterback there. Almost a sack. They hit him right as he's releasing the ball, almost coming up with another turnover. Just a dominating day for this defense.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a fourth down completion. Looking downfield, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the fourth quarter to see this guy get the football and just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
He's going to pull it down and run. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Well, I thought the defense had a real shot at it, but the fumble rolls out of bounds, and the offense will keep possession and a double-digit lead. What a break for the offense.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking for a gap. It smothers. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Chewing clock with the running game. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on 4th down. Got to make it 3 for 3 here. And the back now goes in motion. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. Brought down to the 22. It's a 1st down. Very near the red zone now.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that 1st down.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. A new set of downs after that completion. Defense showing blitz here. To throw, it's Knight. He's going to take off. Putting toward the end zone. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score Clemson 56, Georgia Tech.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for a late deep shot. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here, and I understand.